Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm David. I'm one of the many cash register guys here at National Business Systems. Today we're going to show you how to take an X and a Z on the SPS-530 by SAM4s. A lot of people will ask us, what's the difference between an X and a Z? Very simply, an X is a subtotal. It does not reset the machine and make it ready for the next shift or for the next day. It just simply tells you where you're at. You can take an X 100 times a day, 500 times a day. Of course, that would be excessive, but most people take them 1 or 2 times a day if they take them at all. But to take an X, you're going to need the proper key. Now, I've got a C key, which goes everywhere, but the machine comes with register, X, Z, program, etc. So I'm going to turn the key to X. You're going to see on the screen we get a nice display. This machine's very easy to use. Now, for machines that we set up for customers, we quite often will build a string report, and that's what I'm going to show you, because if we were going to go over all the reports, it would take a couple hours. So I'm just going to press X string reports, and I can do them daily or monthly. I'm going to go ahead and do them daily, and it's got to start printing them out. In our string report, we have the financial information, and we have the groups. You can expand on it. This is just a real common report that we set up for our customers. But again, this is an X. If you look right there, it says X1. This can be taken over and over again. If I take it again right now, daily report, the information is exactly the same. Okay? So that's an X. I'm going to close this, and go back to that X menu. As you can see, there are a lot of reports. And again, it would take hours to go over all of them. But typically we set up string reports in advance for you. Then I'm going to turn back up to register, and I'm ready to make additional sales. Now let's say you're going to Z the machine. Here's the difference. Z, just remember, Z for zero. It zeroes the register out for the next shift or the next day, depending on how you use it and how we've set it up for you. So we're going to turn the key to the Z position. Again, you would need the proper key. They won't all go there. Now everything is in Z. We're going to go to string reports. We're going to take a daily report. So this is exactly like the X report we took just a few moments ago, except it reports it and erases it. If I were to go back here, close this, go back to daily, see how short the report is now? And it's all zeros except for my non-resettable grand totals. But everything else is zero. Okay? That's the difference between an X and a Z. And again, we usually set up that string report. I'm going to talk about something else very, very quickly. This machine also has period to date reports. Most people use those as monthly. This machine has monthly set up. So I'm going to go back to Z. I'm going to go to my string reports. If you notice here, I have daily and monthly. This time I'm going to take monthly. The way the monthly report works is every time you do a Z1 or a daily is also known as a Z1, it takes that information and it moves it to that bin. So every time you do that. Then when you take the monthly Z, it reports all of the dailies that you've added to it and resets it for the next month. So typically you take that monthly report on the last day of the month after you've done the daily report. If you forget on the last day of the month, you can still do the monthly the next day as long as you haven't Z'd the first day of the month out, if that makes sense. So daily and monthly. Those are available in a lot of different reports on this machine. Again, if we were going to go over all the reports, it would literally take hours. All of that information is in your book. And of course, you can call us and we'll guide you through some more detailed reports. So if you still need help, give us a call, 800-863-2274, or find us on the web at nbsystems.com.